Welcome everyone back to the High Tempo Podcast. Sorry, I didn't know how to introduce this.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna be the first episode of. I think we're gonna call it the High Tempo Fastbreak. We're gonna let us know if you have a better name, but I think we're gonna call it that. I think that works.
Yeah, I like that name.
Pretty much what we're doing is we're gonna start making shorter YouTube videos. Obviously, we're still gonna be doing the podcast weekly, 100%. But now that we have our new setup that's nice and convenient, we're going to be doing short videos that like trivia videos, game videos that just have one specific topic where we play some sort of game or trivia.
Yeah, and we might do some other stuff where it's just shorter videos, maybe a lot more accessible and easier to listen to the whole thing in one do. It's going to be really cool, and Berryhill is going to be on a bunch where everybody else, it probably rarely will be just us two.
Yeah, it most likely won't ever be just us two. It'll be somebody else with us. Because we just want to put out more content. We want more stuff to post on TikTok. This is still going to be available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything, and obviously on YouTube. So before we get into the game that we're doing today, let's talk a little bit quickly just about some news that's happened in the last 24 hours or so.
Oh, yeah.
College football playoff today, news. Going to be expanded to a 12-team college football playoff by 2026, but they want to do it in 2024. This is something that has been talked about for quite some time now about the college football playoff being expanded. What are your guys' thoughts on it? I want to hear.
I love it. I think giving more opportunities for different teams to win it every year is awesome. You'll also see a lot more high-level talent that usually sits out in a bowl game play.
Yeah.
You'll still have the guys who are on the 6 and 7 teams playing, whatever bullshit football setting. But, like, if you're a good player on a good team, you'll be playing at the end of the year when it counts.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for more teams to get more opportunities because, let's face it, Bama's been in it like every year. Georgia's been in it recently.
Ohio State.
Clemson. These teams are always in it. And so it gets kind of redundant seeing the same team every year competing for the national championship. So I love it. More teams, more opportunities. It creates better moments.
Yeah. Berryhill, what are you thinking about it?
Like I said earlier to you, I said it does kind of take away the meaning a little bit about making the playoffs, but I definitely think it's better. Like it's a great change.
It's gonna be more entertaining.
Less of Notre Dame making it in, which is like they shouldn't be in there when it's a top 4 team. So maybe they can actually compete, and it might mean something now.
Yeah, exactly. But they might actually. Well, they
did
like
make
it one year, but
and they shouldn't have.
Yeah,
that's my point there. And like Cincinnati as well.
Yeah,
there should have been years where they could have made it.
Yeah,
they probably should have, and other teams went ahead of them. So.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Like Coastal Carolina one year where they went undefeated and they didn't even make it.
It gives room for a non-Power 5 school that isn't. I mean, Cincinnati's non-Power 5, but they're still one of the top non-Power 5 schools.
Yeah.
It gives a MAC school that goes undefeated, maybe a shot to a UCF, a chance to play against a top team.
So like thinking about that. CMU just played Oklahoma State. Does that happen more often now that CMU has a better shot of making the
probably
playoffs?
Yeah? I think
do they
so.
still want to play the higher teams, or do they want to try to go undefeated and actually make it?
You definitely still play those teams because if the chance of an upset, it gives you a huge shot to actually still make it. Because CMU could go undefeated and they still not put them in.
Yeah,
like it could have if they just play nobodies all year. It could happen.
But like if they build a good enough reputation around themselves.
Yeah, true.
Do you think they pull out of those games?
Maybe.
Like, I don't know how much ahead of time they play in those games, but like, does that change?
It's interesting. It definitely is going to change scheduling a lot. I think so. I think that I like it. Like I definitely feel like I would have rather them gone to like a 6 or 8 at first just to see how that goes. Like 4 to 12 is a pretty big jump. It's a lot of extra football. I can see a lot of. Today's football has become a try to avoid injury type of game, and that this is definitely going against that. There's going to be 5 extra weeks of college football now because of this playoff. So, but I like it. I mean, I think it's going to be really entertaining. Like you said, the guys that sit out bowl games, you pretty much if you don't make the college football playoff, there's no point in playing in any bowl game. You look at Pitt, Michigan State last year. They played in the Peach Bowl. Like it's a New Year's Day bowl, big time bowl game. Kenneth Walker, Kenny Pickett both didn't play. Now, that game becomes a playoff game. Those guys are playing in it because you have a chance to compete for a national championship. But the only thing I don't like about it is it does take away like the stakes of regular season games with the 4-team playoff is so high for any regular season game. Like it's so important and it makes it very entertaining. Whereas you lose that game now, you still definitely have a very high shot of making it. But it's still going to be high stakes either way. So
yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like even when Michigan last year was going into it was like every little game. It didn't matter who we were playing. We were sitting there going, if we lose, we're done.
Exactly.
And so it definitely makes it a lot more worrisome and intriguing during the regular season. You're right. But I just love going to 12 teams.
Yeah, I like it too.
And the top 4 still I assume they're going to do top 4 get by.
Top 4 by, and then the
bottom 8 play.
They play, and then it moves on. Yeah,
that's going to be so fire.
Man. I know. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be a lot like college basketball. Like it might not be the top team that wins. We'll see how it goes. I could definitely see, though, if somebody gets injured early, a top dude, a lot of hate will come for the play. It's not their fault, obviously, but that's just what will happen.
It's just the shitty part of sports.
Exactly,
It's the only negative part is the 2 negative parts can be the fans and the injuries.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the 2 negatives.
Right. Next topic before we get into the game. Donovan Mitchell traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers yesterday for Lauri Markkanen, Colin Sexton, Ochai Agbaji, who recently was a lottery pick for the Cavs, and I think 3 unprotected firsts and 2 swaps. So the Jazz don't complete their rebuild. They have a lot of guys that they still probably will look to trade, but they've done a huge change this offseason. And the Cavs was a team that we talked about a while ago would be like a really fun team for Donovan Mitchell to get traded to. And it happened. And it's like that power 5 now of Garland, Mitchell. I mean, not power 5, power 4 of Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, Allen is crazy. I mean, they're all under 26 years old. 2 of them are all-star. 3 of them are all-stars. And the other one is Evan Mobley. He's going to be an all-star. So what do you guys think about that?
Man, is it like scary seeing that? It's a big 4 over there. It's a big 4 when you're considering young cores. Jarrett Allen is looking and already is one of the best rim protectors in the league and is only getting better year after year. His improvement has been unbelievable. Evan Mobley came out and all the questions anybody had about him, he flat out proved them wrong. He's a 7'4" who can dribble like a guard and can shoot the thing.
And can defend everywhere on the court.
And then you added Donovan Mitchell, who's been a playoff nightmare for teams. Teams cannot contain this dude in the playoffs.
And Darius Garland.
And then you have Darius Garland, one of the best
floor generals.
Point guards in the NBA, as in like skill and game. He's got every single aspect you need. He's got that. This Cavs team just got scary for the future, especially when we're talking about how we always talk about our Pistons. It affects this does affect the Pistons.
It does. This sounds hard.
This is a direct team that we would compare ourselves to because they're in the same rebuild. They had the 3rd overall pick when we had the 1st. They're in this. We thought they were in the same stage of the rebuild.
Yeah.
They just jumped way in front of us.
Next year.
Hopefully.
Berryhill, what are you thinking about it?
The East definitely changes a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, just in that one trade. But I want to talk about the Jazz in this situation.
Yeah.
They have 14 firsts in 7 years.
I see that now.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And they just got rid of Rudy, so
they did a great job rebuilding. Yeah. Especially the Rudy Gobert.
Especially the Rudy trade. And we never know. This team could end up being the next powerhouse, and we don't even know it. Happening right in front of our eyes. Same thing with OKC. They're doing the same thing.
And the Jazz still have, Bogdanovich, Jordan Clarkson, Mike Conley, all guys that don't fit their team anymore that you could probably get a first-round pick out of at least 2 of those guys. So
they probably go on to take the Thunder route, a Thunder-esque route. They're probably going to end up with 21 picks in the next 7 years. It's going to be really interesting to see how many hits they hit or how many picks they hit on. It's going to be pretty dope.
It's just going to be scary to play this Cavs team in the playoffs anytime in the future. But maybe I've been seeing Pistons Twitter debating about it. Maybe this is, we take one more year off here, get a top 5 pick again. Because thinking about it, truly thinking about it, and I'm getting off on a tangent here, I guess, but
we're allowed to.
The Pistons are younger than they were last year. We have less veterans. We might be worse. There's a good chance we're worse, but our players develop and get better. The record just might not be there. If that's the case, we get Victor Wembanyama,
well, I'm chilling.
We're fine, Then we go for it, Then we make a Donovan Mitchell type trade. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, but just a crazy move to finish out the offseason, I guess, because there's no other. The KD shit's over. So now I think it's over. Now I think you can actually start making your predictions and everything for next year.
Yeah, I'm super
and
excited
the Knicks,
for next
common
season.
Knicks L too.
Just another day of being a Knicks fan.
Exactly.
Poor Knicks fans. Actually,
right.
I don't feel bad for them.
I don't either. All right, so are we ready to get into today's game?
Yeah. Disclaimer: me and Berryhill have no idea what we're getting into.
Yeah.
Again, this is the first time we've done this, and we did something where Skunk didn't even tell us the game we're playing.
Exactly.
We are going in blind.
And if you have any ideas, by the way, for games you want us to do, let us know. Like, we will for sure do them. Like, because I want to pump out a few of these a week. Like, we'll just be chilling. Like, let's just go do a game if anyone has an idea.
Let's just go make a YouTube video.
Exactly. And like I said, anyone can be the host. It doesn't have to just be me and Easton. By the way, it's Friday today when we're filming this. Michigan State's taking on Western tonight, first week of college football, so we're hyped for that. All right, so the game we are playing today is called Is He MVP? We're going to be going back and forth. I have 10 players, 5 rounds, and I have already the rounds set up. I'm going to name a player. This is Easton's player. Is he MVP? You tell me, yes, he was MVP, or no, he was not an MVP in his career. And then Berryhill has that round too. And I'll keep track of the points. At the end of the 5 rounds, there will be a winner. I have 2 bonus rounds prepared in case there's a tie. So
awesome.
And I already have them lined up, so I'm going to have you guys choose who you want to be the first guy to go or second guy to go every time, so there isn't any bias or anything.
Gotcha.
Like, I randomized this whole setup and everything.
Gotcha.
So just so it isn't like, oh, he got easier players. You know?
We need to figure out a way that we can like do rock, paper, scissors without actually doing it. Like,
I mean, you can just do it.
Yeah. Should we do that for the first one?
Well, do you want to go first or second?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can just choose. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Do you have a preference?
I don't have a
There
preference.
isn't an advantage. So
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. So do we understand the rules? Any questions?
Yeah, it was this guy an MVP?
Yeah.
And MVP, not MVP, right?
So
Maybe. No, yeah. Just
MVP? I don't know.
Mitchell Trubisky. What were you going to say, Berryhill?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
I have football and basketball players in here as well, too. So
No baseball?
No, but I was going to do baseball, but I chose not to.
It's a clear advantage, you.
It's
No
pretty
hockey,
random, too. No hockey, no soccer either. So, all right. First round, Easton. Was Barry Sanders ever an MVP?
No.
Barry Sanders was an MVP in his career. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he did win an MVP in his career. I forget. I think it was 1992, one of those years.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Damn.
Can't be the
Easton.
best player in the league and not win MVP.
That's bad. That's a bad look.
All right, Layla, I'm gonna keep track of points here.
I guess I never realized that. That's so interesting.
And they were good, too, when he was playing. So
Yeah, they were solid.
They made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a good team. Yeah. All right. And no stealing or anything, obviously, because that would just obviously the answer if you're wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, Berryhill. Was Drew Brees ever an MVP?
No.
Drew Brees was never an MVP. That is correct. Berryhill gets an early point here.
That's what separates all the other quarterbacks for me.
Why?
That
Him
Drew
not
Brees
winning
never
an
got
MVP.
one. There's a meaning behind that. He's always had a winning team, and he just never. I don't know. That's
It's weird he never won an MVP though. He's all time, second all time in passing yards. I think he's second all time in touchdowns too. So it's just pretty weird that he never got one.
Something weird is that when you said this game, the first player that came to mind was Drew Brees.
Really?
Because I thought
same thing.
Because I was like, I know this guy's great. I have no idea if he has an MVP or not.
And the basketball and football rounds will be in the same round too.
Right.
I don't mix them up.
So now you go first. You might as well.
We want to do it that way.
We might as well.
Yeah, sure. We can do it like that. All right, Berryhill. Was Dwayne Wade ever an MVP?
No.
Dwayne Wade was never an MVP. You are correct. 2 points for Berryhill.
Oh shit!
All right, Easton. Looking to get on the board here.
I gotta hit
2-0.
this. Gotta hit this.
Was Jerry West ever an MVP?
Oh man, he's the
logo.
logo. I went to 10 finals, won 1. He's the least clutch basketball player to ever live. That's his thing. And I'm gonna say, was the MVP even around?
The MVP was around. Yes.
Okay,
It definitely was around.
I'm gonna say yes.
Jerry West never won an MVP.
Damn.
I know.
Damn. The logo never won.
The logo
an
never
MVP.
won one. A lot of people say he is the best player to never win an MVP. Neither did Elgin Baylor. Neither of them two ever won MVP.
Elgin Baylor didn't.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
Okay, this is not looking good. This is
2-0, and there's only 3 more rounds. So I have the 2 bonus rounds. I guess we can just do them.
Yeah, we might as well.
Just cause, but
if it matters,
yeah,
or
if it matters,
doesn't.
obviously.
You
Yeah.
think he was there around the ABA, when they had theirs?
I actually did look up the ABA thing. The ABA MVPs, before they combined, was before Jerry West's time.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was around that.
It was before his era. They had combined before then. So, All right, back to Easton here. We're going back to football. Oh, man. Was Eli Manning ever an MVP?
This is so bad. 0 for 3 would be terrible. I don't know this one. Eli Manning. Everybody always said like there was like the crowd was always split on Eli Manning.
Yeah.
On whether or not he was a good QB.
You're right. You either love Eli or you don't like Eli. I'm not an Eli guy.
And I feel like the crowd was probably the crowd to me that said he was good. They probably said that because he won an MVP. To me, that's what it feels like. But man, does he have one? I'm gonna say Eli Manning. Oh, man.
You just got to go with your gut.
Oh, my God. I'm going to say he did win one.
Eli Manning never won an MVP.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Damn.
He won 2 actually, I don't think he won the Super Bowl MVPs. He maybe got one of them, but he's won 2 Super Bowls.
The helmet catch.
With David Tyree. I think he won MVP that year.
I think he did.
Did Michael Strahan win one of them? I don't even remember, honestly. Or Victor Cruz? I don't know.
That would make sense.
Yeah. All right, Berryhill. This could ice the deal here.
Yeah, this could win the game. Because Easton could have put up the biggest stinker in week 1.
In week 1 of the fast break. All right, Berryhill. Has Matt Ryan ever won an MVP?
Yes.
Matt Ryan has won an MVP. 3-0 for Berryhill.
That is bad. We might as well keep playing.
I know. Yeah, we'll do them all.
I gotta see if I get close.
Berryhill has officially won, but
damn,
we'll do that. We'll do both of the bonus 2 rounds as well. All right, Berryhill. Has Dirk Nowitzki ever won an MVP?
Yes.
Yes, he has won an MVP.
This dude knows.
He's got 4. He's 4 for 4 right now. He's going perfect. All right, Easton. Has Allen Iverson ever won an MVP?
No.
Allen Iverson has won an MVP. Yes, he has won an MVP. Are you good?
Dude, I just can't believe this.
2002?
It was I think it was 2001, I'm pretty sure. But I think it was 2001.
Shaq got 2000.
Shaq won 3 straight. No, he just won 1 actually. Shaq got 2000. And then Tim Duncan went back-to-back 02-03, I think. I think AI was 2001.
How do you guys know that? Like, got it down to the years and who won it before and after? I don't know that stuff. Okay. I got to start quizzing myself. Okay. I got to prepare.
All right, Easton, we're going back to you here.
Yep.
Back to basketball. Has Charles Barkley ever won an MVP?
There's just no way, There's no way he did in the 90s. There's no way. Oh, but I feel like he totally could have over like MJ. Even though like MJ deserved it probably every year he was in the league. Yeah. But like I feel like Charles Barkley might have snuck in there once.
Just imagine the TikTok comments going over 5. Like it's not gonna be good.
Oh my God. I'm going to say Charles Barkley to me. They always make fun of him for not having a ring. They don't make fun of him for not having an MVP. Going to say he has an MVP.
He does have an MVP.
Go.
Yes,
let's go.
You get one. Nice. That was a good logic there. I like that.
Yeah, it was the only way for me to form a logical answer.
Exactly. All right, Berryhill. I think actually I might, if I do ones like this, I'll do best of 7 just because that actually sounds more fun anyways. So we'll just act like this is best of 7.
Yeah.
Even though like it's over.
Yeah. But we can, yeah.
All right, Berryhill. Has Dominique Wilkins ever won an MVP?
That's a tough one.
He's a tough one.
That one's interesting.
No, he hasn't.
You are correct. He has never won an MVP. Berryhill keeps the undefeated streak alive.
That is wild.
Finished second one year.
The embarrassing,
never won one.
The embarrassing one for me was Barry.
Yeah.
That's just like hella embarrassing.
That was just the first one.
Literally has the Lions thing right behind his head.
Like, that is bad. I just assumed he had never won one.
He got one. All right, Berryhill. Back to, I have one basketball one football one left. Has Hakeem Olajuwon ever won an MVP?
Yeah.
You would be correct. Hakeem Olajuwon has won one MVP in Michael Jordan's absence. One of the few players, actually, to ever go for the regular season MVP, championship finals MVP in the same year. So.
Really? I'm surprised he didn't win Depoy that year, too.
He might have actually. I didn't. Yeah, he might have actually won Depoy, too. All right, Easton. Has Patrick Ewing ever won an MVP?
No.
Patrick Ewing has never won an MVP. You would be
Let's
correct.
Go.
On
Turn
a hot streak.
You said that one with confidence.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I would have been confident with like the Matt Ryan one too. Like I would have known that one.
He's getting his swagger back.
Yeah, it's just the confidence is here now.
All right, Easton. Final round
Football.
for some brownie points. Has LaDainian Tomlinson ever won an MVP? I kind of fumbled his first name.
There's just no way he won an MVP on the Chargers. There's just no way. I'm gonna say no.
LaDainian Tomlinson has won an MVP.
Wild. That is wild. I need to do my football MVPs because I don't know them, I guess.
I know it's tough.
I guess, no, it shouldn't be that tough, though.
Well, yeah. All right, Berryhill. For the perfect game, has Jerry Rice ever won an MVP?
Ooh.
So that's a tough one.
Just the fact that he asked it made it tough.
That's what made me, question it. Huh.
It's hard because obviously he's a wide receiver, but he's the GOAT wide receiver and has had some unreal seasons.
Like, who threw to him when he had his GOAT season?
It was mainly Steve Young, and there was some Joe Montana later, but Steve Young was the guy mainly there for.
He was basically spoon-fed.
Or Steve Young was there, after, and Joe Montana was at first.
He was spoon-fed the football
pretty
for
much.
his whole career.
He went from GOAT to GOAT, kind of like Rodgers or Favre to Rodgers, pretty much.
Yeah, but there wasn't one receiver that was there the whole time.
I'm going to say he did win one.
Jerry Rice never won an MVP. Berryhill does not get the perfect game.
So 6-2.
No wide receiver, at least in recent. Like, I didn't go back to like the 60s or anything, but I don't think a wide receiver's ever won the MVP unless there was like way back, but I didn't look that far. Yeah, if obviously anyone's gonna do it, it's Jerry Rice.
Yeah,
so,
and that's what I kind of.
So 6-2, Berryhill gets the dub for
easily.
Is he MVP? So if we ever do this game again, you're gonna have to come back and play against somebody else. But yeah,
should we have like a scoreboard somewhere? Of
probably
tallies of total wins. Like Berryhill just gets one win.
Oh, like just for games?
Yeah,
of like
every
this?
game you win,
that would be cool. Yeah, we should make like a tally board somewhere.
We could go like right there or right there. I mean, there's plenty of
like
space.
Like a whiteboard or something?
That was fun. We need to do more of that.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was fun.
I need to go through my NFL MVPs, like big time.
Yeah.
I just didn't even realize that I didn't know them that well.
Like, can you name some MVPs off the top of your head right now?
Yeah, Rodgers, Mahomes, Brady. I'm going to assume Joe Montana's got some. Steve Young's probably got some. Does Marino have one?
Marino, it definitely has some. It has at least one, yeah.
But, like, position players, like running backs, did Emmett ever win one?
I don't think Emmett ever won one. I don't think so. I can look it up real quick, but like
my assumption was that a running back like never won one. Like,
yeah,
it always went to
it hasn't
a QB.
happened in recent history. That's why. Like
AP
won
one.
one. He's the last guy to win one. Like Sean Alexander won. I think 2 MVPs actually. Or no, he won just one. Like Peyton Manning, obviously. Cam Newton won MVP. Lamar recently.
Did Peyton win it for the Broncos with the 50 touchdown season?
Peyton did with
Peyton's
the Broncos.
Won more than Brady has.
Yeah, Peyton has 4 MVPs. 5
Brady
MVPs
only has 3.
actually.
Damn.
Yep. And then Favre 3-peated MVP. Yeah, Montana has a couple. Steve McNair. Kurt Warner has 2. So
I forgot about Kurt Warner. The greatest show on turf. Seth told me to watch a documentary about them.
Really?
They said it's really good. And didn't they make a movie about Kurt Warner and the Rams?
Did they?
Yeah, I think they did.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we should probably watch that.
Undrafted player, too. Probably the best undrafted player in sports history.
Yeah, him or Ben Wallace.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, yeah, that was the high-tempo fast break. Another just a quick, short video. We'll talk about some few things in sports that we didn't get to mention on the podcast and do a quick game like this. I think it'll be a lot of fun, too, if we have more people on us, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that was fun. Berryhill gets the first dub on the high-tempo fast break.
Easily.
So, easy dub. So thank you guys for watching. Go check us out and everything, and peace.
Peace.